But the excitement building nicely here. This is an absolutely brilliant championship unfolding here. Cody Cooper, the 25-point lead in the championship, and after that, there's only a handful of points separating the rest. So exciting times. MX2 get race one underway. The gate drops and a massive field of entries here, 30 strong as we go into the first corner. And it's a good start, Ollie here, by the looks of it, on his Pro Cut machine. We've got everyone getting away clean. Only a couple get caught up on the whole shot corner, so hopefully everyone A-OK there as we unfold there. So it's 3 races, 3 first corner crashes. So Tigger McEwen, we're playing hard today as this round 3 of our Fox Aon and Pirelli New Zealand Motocross Championships is coming to a head here at the moment. We've got a 30 strong field of MX2 competitors flying down the hill for the first 20 minutes plus a lap. So these feature-length motos, and with a double header with round 4 here tomorrow. So 5 races with 20 minutes duration. There's going to be a telling measure, and we're going to see how strong and fit our competitors are. But fastest qualifier out there.
Well, I want to do a massive shout out to JP and the team at Penny Homes. Thank you, Penny Homes, getting it behind us. After all, Penny Homes have been doing a huge amount here at Tigger McEwen for 30 odd years, and great to see their continued support. What a team, and how good for this town, and for the fact, of course, I've got them behind our Battle of the Clubs. I've got them behind our Motocross of Nations team, and a huge amount behind the club, and also to host as the naming rights sponsor for this third and final round of the championship. Penny Homes, homes to be admired. Only, of course, started right here in Taupo as well, and now developing around the country, including Auckland and Christchurch, and plenty of other points in between. But this is still where they're at. They've sold more homes here in the last 30 years than any of the other home builders, and you don't get a 30-year reputation through being a fly-by-nighter. You get it through your honesty, your support, and everything that goes with it that you'll only get from JP and the team at Penny Homes, proud to be our local sponsor.
All right, this is going to be good. Cody Cooper, the points leader, he has set the fly. We've got in behind him, Maddox Dixon on the CML KTM Ollie there in third place. Ryan King, great start on the Crown Kiwi Motorcycles race team. And this is going to be something special. We've got a good start from Hayden Smith as well. He's right in the top end of the championship points. We've got a good start from James Scott and Jack Trelaw in behind them as well. So our top 5 flying over the Townley Builders finish line as we start this one here. Cody Cooper, this man has been absolutely electric in this championship, and today he's got a good start and is showing them a clean set of heels with Maddox Dixon, Ryan King, Hayden Smith. We've got Jack Trelaw, and a bit of chaos going on just before the finish line, so hopefully everything settling itself out nicely here as this massive field of MX2 competitors gets underway. But look at Coops already stretching that advantage as they fly down the big step down here. He is the man to beat. That 25-point lead in the championship, and he's got a big campaign on his hands this weekend as he's got his MX1 focus as well. So 10 races in all for the legendary Cody Cooper. Can he do this MX2 championship? I don't think he's ever won an MX2 championship. He's a 9-time MX1 champion. He's won a 125 session champion, but I don't think he's ever won the 254-stroke category, the MX2. So this is going to be exciting time for the real legends of New Zealand motocross, and putting on a show already is stretching that advantage over Maddox Dixon. He continues to impress his machine in third place there.
In fact, Brad, if we go back to those, of course, when we used to have all 3 titles, 1 to 5, 250 and 500, there wasn't too many that had done that realm. And then since we've had 2 titles, there's probably only been the likes of a Michael Cotter and a Corey Sargent and a few names. We're going to have to go back 20 years to find somebody that's pulled off this. So Cody could be joining a very elite club here this weekend.
Right, he is well in command as he gets into the Fox Order session for the second time here. Maddox Dixon, he is very impressive this campaign. Had a pretty up and down last couple of years with some injuries and surgeries and the road to recovery. He now finds himself on that CML KTM race team, and he is absolutely loving it. So he's there. He's also leading the under 19 category as well. So absolutely fabulous performance on the cards here from Maddox Dixon. Go mad in second place. Ollie here under a bit of pressure now. Jack Trelaw is piling on a bit of pressure with Ryan King and Hayden Smith. There's 4 or 5 of them all going for it over the damn feature jump. And then look out for James Scott, who's got a little bit of work to do. He's the one who's second in the championship, but he's down in 7th place. So he's got a little bit of work to do in this one as it's all coming together for our major competitors. Cody Cooper, Maddox Dixon still 1 and 2. We've got Ollie Eyre there in third place with Ryan King, Hayden Smith, Jack Treloar, who's just not quite on the same race pace, so hopefully everything A-OK with Jack. We've got James Scott there, up into 6th place, Sam Blundell in 7th, Flynn Watts is up in 8th, Tommy Watts is in 9th, go Tommy Gunn, he's here for just this round only, and then go to Donovan Ward rounding out our top 10. As it's all going through nicely. It's 16th place for James Barnett. Tyler Brown is in 17th. Hunter Steens, Josh Burke Palmer and Seth Henson. Goes Seth on the GearTech Stratford New World Racing team. That's in there in 20th place, in line for that final championship point. Just how good and stacked this field is. Just to finish inside the points is a real achievement. And we have not seen depth like this in New Zealand motocross for a number of years, so it's fabulous to see. This track is coming alive nicely here, so it's still unchanged. Cody Cooper leads Matic Dixon, but the change has been made for third place. Ollie Eyre not there anymore, so Hayden Smith now here will be the one in third place. Then go to Ryan King. There's James Scott on the charge as well, so James, if he doesn't get some more championship points, Cody Cooper is really going to benefit strongly from this one. So we've got James Scott 1 point ahead of Hayden Smith. Right now, those guys in third and fifth respectively. So a bit of work to do for some of our campaigners, and Cody Cooper doing everything he needs to do. Just get out and run that clean race. What an absolutely outstanding performance on that British Outline Stars Kawasaki. He's absolutely flying. Can't speak highly enough of the man in second place either. That's a great performance on the cards at the moment for Mad Dog, Matic Dixon. And then look out, we've got it all unfolding nicely through the sawdust section. What a field of MX2, isn't this fabulous to see how stacked and deep the field goes. Just to score points in here like we touched on before is a real achievement, so fabulous to see. And we're at round 3 at our Fox Aon Pirelli New Zealand Motocross Championships with Cody Cooper in command with still less than 13 minutes plus a lap to go.
Well, interesting to see the change of apparel by a lot of the race teams. Of course, Fox have come out with their new livery. A-Stars have matched as well. A lot of the lighter colours rather than necessarily the brighter and bolder colours that we've seen in the past, and that lightness really showing up the distinctive colours, and love what we've seen, for example, from Kane Lamont with the Troy Lee, so we'll add that to the stable as well. So all to see the teams have done. Also, of course, Honda part of the 50 years celebration, 50 years of motocross, and they've got some of their bikes that look very retro, so they've gone and made them look as if they are bikes from years gone by. And you only had to look at Roma Edwards' bike from that last women's moto to know that she shared the glory in the bike presentation as well, and along with her cool gear, we're seeing some very professional lineups here today. So well done to the teams coming out to share the glory as well. A quick summary of that one, Brad, when you talk about a 125, effectively MX2 and MX1, I'm putting Murray Anderson, Shane King, Daryl King down on my list at the moment. I think I'll use the names before of Michael and Corey, and I can't remember the third one they got. I can only remember 2 that they've got. And we'll just want to see whether there may be anybody else to add to that echelon of both 125 MX, what is now effectively 125 MX1 and MX2 as well. So that'll be pretty special. Got anybody else?
You got Hamish Harwood on that list. Hamish Harwood.
Oh yes, of course. Yep.
So he'll be one of those ones on the list. You've got the likes of Damien King, one of those ones that would have done that, I'd say. As we'll try and think over the weekend, try and see what sort of list we can come up with. Champions who've won all 3 respective senior motocross classes right now. It's not done for you. We've got a massive amount of time left in the championship, but with a 25-point lead and a commanding performance on the cards, Cody Cooper could join an illustrious group of New Zealand motocross champions as he's flying on his British Alpine Stars Kawasaki. Then go back and get Matic Dixon, still quality second place for him. Hayden Smith, who's charging hard. It looks really good on his CML gas. He's in third place. Then we've got James Scott's got himself into 4, so go James Scott on the Alpha Window Systems, JCA Yamaha. That's 4th over, then Ryan King, who took into Ryan earlier this morning and had an amazing trip to Australia last weekend where he competed in the Australian Championship, and it was 42 degrees when they were at the track there at Montague last weekend. So yeah, so 42 degrees in the heat, so he said that was the most challenging rotor he'd done in a long time, but good to see him challenging up inside that top 5 at the moment. Really cool. We have Team Crown Kiwi Enterprises going for it here. Top 5 for him. Sam Blundell in 6th place. Flynn Watts ahead of Tommy Watts. Then go to Donovan Ward. Great performance from Donovan. In 9th place, Josh Jack rounding out our top 10. Then look to Kobe Burke, who's ahead of Seth Thompson. David Jordan is in 13th. James Roundtree is sitting there in 14th place. We've got Tyler Brown in 15th. James Barnett in 16th. Curtis King is in 17th. Hunnestein's Josh Burke-Palmer, and then Seth Henson rounding out our top 20 at the moment.
Just to keep the points profile going, of course, it's all about Cody out in front of the 25 buffer. It was incredible, of course, and that's come about out of 145 points out of a possible 150. The only setback, of course, was race number 2 at Rotorua, when he only got third place after the win for Hayden Smith and second James Scott. But had that blitzing round with 75 out of 75 at round 1 at Balclusa, 2 out of 3, of course, then from Rotorua. So that's what's given him the upper card. James Scott's got himself for second, and James has not yet had a win. That's the irony of that, not yet had a win, because, of course, Hayden Smith is lying in third in the championship. He's that one rider to have had a win outside of the 4 that we've seen from Cody. So pretty impressive. Matic Dixon there for consistency, along with Hotshot Kobe Burke. Go to Josh Jack on the LMC Husqvarna, along with Ryan King for team Crown Kiwi, and in there too Sam Blundell, Jack Trelaw and Ollie Air, and Ollie putting in an absolutely blitzing run here. And I'm sure this is probably outside of his home Hawke's Bay track. This would be his other favourite track, Brad. So looking out for Ollie. This will be good points for him, because we know we're going to establish a very tight podium, because there's only room for 3 there, and one of those definitely looks to be Cody Cooper. This man with the red plate on the 1-2-1 going for it from the Kawasaki, and who's going to be the next 2, we'll find out over these next 4 races.
All right, only 8.5 minutes now remaining in this feature-length 20-minute moto race. 1 of 3 they're going to have today, and they've got 2 more tomorrow, so 5 more races left in this championship. So the time to score points is running out quickly. This is Cody Cooper, 8.5 seconds the lead. He is absolutely flying here. Hayden Smith now up into second place. We've lost Matic Dixon, so a bit of drama there. We're just saying how awesome he was doing here. And we've lost Matic Dixon. We've also lost Ollie Air. He's not coming up on the timing screens, and also Jack Trelaw with bike problems as well. So, there's plenty of drama. And when you've got 32 entries and this much quality, something's got to give. So that's Cody Cooper, Hayden Smith, and James Scott. Now you're running order for the podium. We've then got Ryan King. Matic Dixon is there. That's the update for 5th place for him. And Sam Blundell still there in 6th. But then look out for a performance on the cards for Flynn Watts in 7th, Tommy Watts in 8th, Kobe Burke there in 9th place, and Josh Jack still rounding out our top 10 as we see it.
Oh man, it's drama to the max. All of a sudden we had Ollie, he was in the top 4, and now he's gone. We had Jack Trelaw in the top 10 for the title, and the top 6 on the racetrack gone. So there you go, 2 of the top 10, Brett. That's why we said there was going to be some upsets, and somebody had to be displaced. Luca Fremantle, 14th place, had a shocker through the last round, only scoring a lousy 10 points. He's gone from the crash down here as well. So, some of your superstars of our sport suffering real setbacks. And of course, this is the point now, effectively, the halfway mark. There was 6 down with 5 to go, and this is their first of those, and looking absolutely huge on drama. But I tell you what, even huge is the lead margin, because this man, Cody Cooper, in the red plate in the Kawasaki Bridgestone race team, absolutely awesome. He's just loving this MX2 bike. Remember, of course, he's going to come back and try and see whether he can do it on 1-2-1 on the 450 as well. So look out, Cody's got more in store for him as he puts the battles out there. But I tell you what, another blitzing run from the Bridgestone Master for the glory here at the moment. So bring it home, 1:21. Can he do it for another lap? As we look at the time, there is 6.5 to go. 6.5 to go, and now a race. Then, of course, we go out with 2 laps to go after that as well. So that's effectively 3.5. That's 4. So about 6 laps in the race to go. And all he's doing is increasing and increasing. He's got the mental strength in this one too, Brad, because all of the drama of the race is going on behind him, and he's just out there on his own. Look at that. He's just, I wouldn't say cruising. You never say cruising, but he's got a comfortable buffer, and he's doing with ease and out of the pressure. He's just making this look so good. Wow, what a champion.
Oh, unbelievable performance in qualifying too. Just went out, all he needed was 3 laps, and he was fastest qualifier. So just went out, did the business, went back in. He's got a massive 10 races to get through this weekend. So it's going to be a busy weekend at the office, and he is just such a quality competitor. He's got that bike feeling really good. He said he's having more fun riding MX2 than he's ever had riding MX1. So he's absolutely loving it. And what a show he's putting on at the moment. He's got a decent buffer, and only 5.5 minutes left to hang on to this one here. And that red plate set to continue. He's got the 25 points in the championship. That's the advantage. A whole race in hand as we see it. and no sign of letting up either. So Cody Cooper well in command with the red plate on. We've got Hayden Smith, who's now going for, if he can finish in second place, he'll go up one position in the championship. So him and James will swap around. He'll go to 2 overall, and James will slip back to 3rd overall. So these are all important championship points. Every single point really matters here this weekend, and with only 5 opportunities left to score points in the overall outcome, certainly every lap is going to count here. So 5 minutes left in the enthralling MX2 race number 1. Cody Cooper leads by 8.9 seconds, and that is absolutely telling here. As we get to the second half of this race, we've got a good performance there. Curtis King, James Barnett outside of our top 15 with Hunter Steens, Josh Burkham and Seth Henson. They are just rounding out our 20th points at the moment. And unfortunately, a bit of drama here. But Cody Cooper, Hayden Smith, James Scott still unchanged, top 3. Matty Gibson in 4th now, ahead of Ryan King. Sam Bundle still doing a wonderful job with Mr. Wonder in 6th place with Flynn Watson there. I think we're out for Cody Burke, who's hard charging. He was buried way back in the pack after lap number 1, so for them to be up to the top 10, it's quality performance on the cards there. Tommy Watts in 9th, Josh Jack still there in 10th place.
Hey Brad, I want to go to any other race meeting around the country. I'll go from 21st place, so we won't even count the top 20 scoring points. And when you go from 21st place, man, you're talking about some class riders that are struggling even to score a point because of the depth we've got in New Zealand motocross at the moment. This is absolutely exceptional, so great to see, and I'll do that in a fraction as we wait for the MXT update further back in those results. But man, oh man, we see. So 21st, Luke Heafy, Marshall Phillips, Tyler Cooksley, Luca Fremantle. They're your first 4. You could go to a motocross anywhere and find those guys in 1st, 2nd, 3rd or 4th place. But when you bring them all together for a national title, you put all the pressure that's going with this racing. That is incredible to see that there are 20 riders better than those guys out there at the moment. Certainly the number 1, you take nothing away from Cody Cooper, but to all those others, they've had to earn and really work their way up through. Some of the best steps we've seen in New Zealand motocross in more than a decade, I believe, and we witnessed it with some great racing at Rotorua, and for the fact that we see all of this quality lineup out here doing so well at the moment and scoring points for that top 20, we're loving to hear. 41 to go past. Curtis King, for example, just outside the top 10, but still looking to pick up the numbers. Look for brother Ryan as well on the 110. The 2 Kings doing, of course, the MX2 double this year for the team, although Ryan was a specialist 125 rider and had been going into racing, so great to see what he's been doing out there on a bike as well. So there you have it. Curtis, in fact, the update, 16th place. James Barnett for 7 and then Hunter Steens. These are the guys that are picking up those 5, 4, 3, 2 points. As we look to the overall points, of course, and we go to our 20th place in the title, Luke Heafy at 13 points, for example. And then we go to Logan Denise behind him, Donovan Ward, James Barnett, who were just up there, 8 points. James is going to get a 50% points increase because he should get 4 from his race result here at the moment. And adding people like Seth Thompson, along with Joshua Burke-Palmer and Aaron Manning. Now, these are guys 24th, 25th, 26th after the first 2 rounds of the championship. But here they are looking to try and score points. Only go back to 20th place, so after 20th place, yes, you do get a fraction of a point, but all that does is help the overall position should there be a tie with another rider. It's that lower point that it doesn't make any difference to anybody else, but it does just clarify those outside of that top 20 as to what they're doing. So great to see. But Brad, that Cody Cooper show, just incredible.
Oh, he's an absolute machine, right? He's got all play 2 minutes left on the clock, so that'll expire on this lap around. And the white flag will come out. So 2 laps to go now for Cody Cooper. He is well in command. He's got a big buffer back to Hayden Smith, who's there, comfortable in 2nd place as well. So that's 1 and 2. It's 9.8 seconds between Coops and then go back to Hayden. And then he's got that 7-second buffer back to James Scott. So 1, 2 and 3 are pretty much set in stone with 2 laps to go. You'd have to think something would have to go wrong for one of those 3 for it to change in that order. And then look out for Matty Gibson, who was running a quality top 2, had the buffer mistake midway through the moto, but certainly looking at his lap times, he's just as quick as the guys out in front, and Bandog should be a big factor here throughout this week, and he's also the one leading that all aboard an under-19s championship, so look out for that also going on in our MX2 campaign. We've got under-19s recognised as a class, and Matty Dixon, your points leader in that category. He'll be extending that as we see him in 4th place here. So look out, MX2 coming out of the crunch here. Just 30-odd seconds left on the clock. That'll expire before Cody Cooper comes around. So the white flag will be coming out very shortly. And man, what a thrilling 20-minute moto we've got there. We've got MX3 coming up next, and we've got MX1 still to go. We're getting through the program well and truly here. And this one here is just absolutely fabulous. So MX2 race number 1. Got about 15 odd seconds left on the clock before that expires, and Cody Cooper coming around. He's in the Fox Sawdust section now. He'll grab the white flag next time around, so this is going to be pretty telling for the rest of the competitors. Catch me if you can, says Cody Cooper with a bit to go.
Hey, well, your apprentice, Brad, 21 now for Seth Henson. You need to get out and give him a prod because don't score points there. Marshall Phillips has got on top of it at the moment, so did you work him too hard this week? Did you tire him? Is there a bit of a setback for Seth, or is the fact that he needs to run back from Ahaki back to home each day? Does he, to Rongatia?
Yeah, I don't think he's put enough pegs in. I don't think he's probably not putting pegs in fast enough at work, maybe. I think it's starting to come out on Saturday. We'll see if he's got something special in his little lap to go to try and get himself back up in the points. But yeah, like we talked about earlier on in this moto, just to simply score points in MX2 racing is a hell of an achievement. So, oh yeah, MX2, white flag out now for Cody Cooper. So he's got that 9.5 second lead over Hayden Smith, and then go to James Scott, who's now got a little bit of pressure on him. Matic Dixon has got himself into that podium fight. He's right on the back wheel of the Elephant Window Systems JCA Yamaha, and we should see a big showdown. The podium position number 3 is up for grabs here with a lap to go. Cody Cooper, he is out and gone. Hayden Smith's done a wonderful job, charged through in second place, but third place up for grabs, well and truly, with 1 lap to go. But Ryan King still there in 5th place. We've also got a quality performance, Sam Blundell. We think Ryan King is in 7th. Finn Watts is there in 8th place. Tommy Watts in 9th there. Donovan Ward ahead of Luke Freemantle, who is down in 23rd. So a bit of drama as we see the timing screen sort of hopping around on us. But yeah, absolute drama as the white flag out, 1 lap to go.
Wow, well, certainly a bit of a shake-up with the points for sure at the moment. I'll tell you what, Hayden Smith, the man who's benefited the most. We know that it was likely to be a Cody victory. He's looked to be the star of the lineup, and again, but remember, of course, the 1.1 point from Hayden back in 3rd over James Scott, who holds 2nd. Hayden on the 119, James on 120, so that's about to reverse. So we'll put James into the 3rd place, so that's what they are overall. But for this race, they're going to change because of the performance out there. 25 points awarded to the win, 22 for the 2nd, 20 for the 3rd, and then go 18, 16 for your top 5, and then from 6th all the way to 20th, those 15 places separated by 1 point from 15 down to 1. So Cody Cooper, Hayden Smith, James Scott, they are still the same top 3 as we had in point scoring for the first 2 rounds, but I'll tell you what, they've just changed around for that 2nd and 3rd place. And of course, what that as well has done, Brad, is that will take Cody's points out even further. So effectively, he had a 26. He's going to add 3 to that. He's going to be 29 in front at the end of this race. So looking out for it, looking out for it. Here we go. Checker flag time. Bring it home for Cody Cooper. What a race win for the Bridgestone Kawasaki star. Cody out to crown the glory. As we look out to Hayden and his incredible run for that 2nd place. Look at James Scott, the charge all the way. Did it happen? No. So there you go, James Scott still holding on to it ahead of Matic, putting in the big performance there as well. But did he make it? We're about to find out, but I'll tell you what, no, he didn't. So Matic to get in there along with Kobe Beck, go to Sam Blundell, Ryan King, Flynn Watts, Tommy Watts in there along with Josh Jack. So an incredible top turn, but there it is, a great win for Cody.
Yeah, that's pretty good. All right, Cody Cooper will extend that points lead out even further. And important stuff for Hayden Smith as well. So with Hayden getting that 2nd place, he'll now move to 2nd overall in the championship with 4 races remaining. And now James Scott with his podium position there will be him back now in 3rd overall. So pretty exciting for the overall championship. As Cody Cooper extends his lead out even further, Hayden Smith and James Scott swap around. Matic Dixon with his 4th place there will extend his lead in the under-19 category with Kobe Burke there in 5th. And then we go to Sam Blundell, Ryan King, Flynn Watts, Tommy Watts and Josh Jack. That is a wrap of your top 10. And superstar performance there from Cody Cooper. Will cross down to Neil, who will catch up with our podium positions. Hayden Smith and James Scott in 2nd and 3rd. Joining the legend, Cody Cooper. So let's cross down to Neil.
because we've got Hayden who's doing MX1, we're actually going to do Hayden first. We'll stand him in front of his second plate there, and hopefully the other boys will join us. First of all, Hayden, that now takes you, moves you from third place up to second. That was obviously a mission of the race, and as well, you can see Cody in front of you, so that's got to be a confidence booster.
Yeah, that was a pretty messy moto, to be honest, for me. A lot of mistakes, and I was way too hard on the clutch, so I need to settle down for the next couple, because yeah, that was a bit messy, but no, we got it done. Second place is all right. Yeah, looking forward to my MX1 moto.
Oh, indeed. Hey, the place is getting pretty rough out there already?
Oh yeah, it's always rough here. No, I love it when it's rough. The rougher the better, so hopefully they don't touch it up. Yeah, hopefully it just gets rough as guts, and then it'll suit me, so yeah.
Well done, thank you indeed for that second place, I appreciate that. He's off now for his MX1 race, so I won't get him. And looking to third place at the moment for James Scott. No, we're not going to have James, are we? So we'll Hayden's course got to whip away. Don't think Stephen found these MX2 boys, and I think perhaps we know that Cody, he's going to be doing an MX1 race as well, which is there's one race and then they are up next, so maybe those boys have forfeited the race results. So thank you to Hayden. He's doing the MX1, but he has joined us here. The other thing with Hayden, the MX1, of course, he's riding that on the 302 stroke, which, hey, after all, is something that his KTM mate and Hamish Harwood did a few years ago and gave him some excellence and recognition for the result as well. As we're just looking to see whether those boys are going to join us, but don't expect so, because you know, they're doing a multiple of rides in there as well. So great to see. So take an opportunity and checking it out at the moment as we look to the update. So here it is. MX3 will be on our card next, followed by our MX1. That'll wrap up round number 1. We'll be taking a short break, and then we'll be right into our remaining racing here today. So huge amount left in store for us, folks. And look at the excitement levels, because that was a one-pointer that's now turned into two the other way. So pretty close in the battle of the MX2. Coming at you, MX3, followed by MX1, all part of the glory here, brought to us by Penny Homes. Proud to be home builders extraordinary here in Taupo. Been doing it for over 30 years and still the most trusted. For 30 years, nobody beats them by the homes that they're built here in Taupo. Trusted and built with pride. Check them out, Penny Homes. Proud to be Taupo.